Good afternoon then, Adrian. Thank you for asking us onto your stand.
Welcome.
Thank
Welcome
you.
to the stand.
Just a short track away from the arena where we've done most of the filming, and thank you for agreeing to go through the features of your drill here. I understand is quite new.
Yes.
But I think from my perspective, knowledge of the Bednar company and came with Swifter discs when I used to get involved with those. Many farms in Russia and Ukraine always had a really quite an excellent reputation for simplicity, durability, good build strength.
So Bednar's a family business based in Czech. Our factory is about an hour and a half outside Prague. Prague is our global headquarters. The Bednar family has been in farm machinery now in its second generation. Certainly we're renowned for our Swifter disc, our compact disc arrow and our Swifter. We're also known as the drill masters. We produce drills in varying widths from cultivation to min-till. There are other drills currently in development, but we launched this DIRECTO NO as a 6-metre form at Lama back in January. This is a machine that's been doing some trial prots and some testing. We are very keen to get it in front of customers who are looking for regenerative farming or direct drilling practices. And what we've tried to do is provide them with a product that's versatile, but also enables them, so it's not overly complicated. So our coulter design, you'll notice, is quite familiar, but we've taken something that's known in the industry and enhanced it. So we've got 250 kilos of coulter pressure per disc, and we can also angle and add pressure to the closing wheel that's on the rear. And it's a steel closing wheel, so irrelevant of the soil conditions or the inclement weather that we've got used to in the last 9 months, we can close the slot a lot better than most of the machines that we're coming up against. And versatility is key. We're also looking for output and capacity, so we're 5,000 litres of split hopper. This is grain and fertiliser obviously, but this particular machine has also added our Alpha 400, which is for a microgranular starter fertiliser. All of that in this format is going as a single shot into the sowing coulter, but we would very often sell the machine with a disc opener, which would be in here purely to put the fertiliser in deeper and to the side of the seed. Seed spacing is 16.7 centimetres.
And I think with regard to it being a very low disturbance, have the capability to be very low soil disturbance, which is good for blackgrass, good for those sort of things over here. But out of necessity, sometimes then, particularly soils in their early stages of moving down this system, probably we're not mineralising very much, so having that starter fertiliser can be quite useful.
Yes. And the other thing that we're finding, we've talked about both at Lama and here at Cereals, is people who are looking to put in a companion crop. So we can easily swap the machine, so as the front row of coulters can put in one seed type, second row of coulters in alternate spacings can put in a companion crop to grow alongside the main, adding yet another versatile format to our product.
Simple machine, but lots of options.
Yes.
Without an awful lot of complexity to it.
Yes. Agricultural machinery, as you alluded to when we started mentioning Swifter and Swifter disc, build quality, life cost, so we want to build it strong and we want to build it reliable over a long period of time. We're just now investing in a new paint facility in our factory, and the factory's a new factory anyway, just to make sure that we give that customer another benefit, so the ability to run the machine for a longer period, reliability, and keep its aesthetical appearance.
Good. So, from the point of view of the metering and the control system?
Yeah, so we are running plastic hoppers purely and simply because it allows the seed to flow down to the metering unit. The metering unit is also got a driven agitator. And every drill we produce has a sealed hopper, because that pressurised hopper gives a constant feed down into the metering unit and as accurate a spacing along the seed row as we can possibly provide.
Are these your own metering units as well?
Yeah, metering units are our own. The software is also our own, and we're running on full Isobus connectivity. So with this drill on Isobus, we can manage all 3 hoppers from the single terminal. We don't need any more terminals in the tractor cab, and due to the fact that we're trying to make the operator's life as stress-free as possible, we even put the calibration location in a place that is easily accessible, not only for the calibration, so we don't have to go underneath the hopper at all unless we're changing the metering cassette. Everything else is from here, and we can even unload if we have over calculated on the quantity that we filled the hopper. We can unload. We can blow all three hoppers out into a bag at this position. So gone are the days of dropping it on the floor and then having to get the brush and the shovel to pick it up off the workshop or the grain floor store.
I think little features like that sort of speak to me that the company has actually done this already and found out that these little bits need doing. That doesn't come from first principles, really, does
This
it?
is the reason why we attend LAMA, we attend cereals. We want to interact with our customers, both today's customers as well as our future customers. And my colleagues here from the factory are here to listen and to understand what the next trends and what the customer requirements are. We have to listen because we need to provide the resources and the product that improves the profitability of farming, because
and to suit our conditions here as well. That's
yes,
the key thing, isn't it? So range of widths, I guess this is one of a number.
So at the moment for this autumn we are a 6 metre. Other widths will be coming on stream later this autumn as demonstration units for 2025 delivery. So we'll be going full range of working widths, but we want to run with a 6 metre in the UK to start with, so we can get an understanding and manage the growth of the product offering.
I see you've got hydraulic axle and drawbar on here,
Yes.
Is that right? So that's maintaining.
Yes. So going back to life cost, rather than lifting the coulters up and down at the end of each pass, we can use the rear axle and the tractor linkage, or the alternative, we can have a hydraulic ram in here. So rather than lifting the hydraulic linkage at the end of each row, one button activation on the isobus, the front hydraulic ram and the rear axle move and lift all of the coulters up without each coulter lifting and the wear on all of the bushing, etc. So again, we're thinking life cost, and which means profitability for the customer.
And less downtime, more reliable, everything else. Yeah.
Even down to the simplicity of calibration, we're thinking of the amount of work that can be done in a day, effectively and accurately.
And again, that hitting that window of opportunity when you're doing less tillage is really important, because
Yes.
you haven't quite got that latitude you can get if you're going to do a lot more tillage. Just talking about tillage then, having your experience so far, I guess it would be quite capable to nail crops straight in as direct into stubble and whatever.
Most definitely.
If a farmer wanted to do a degree of tillage, let's say raking or surface residue management, surface soil movement, incorporating fertilizer, FYM and stuff like that, then how good is it how capable is it of coping with till conditions?
Yes, if you're running it behind, for instance, our straw rake, and just getting that little bit of movement to give a mechanical kill of any volunteers or any black grass, or a little bit more soil movement with our Swifter disc. The machine is designed and has been tested to make sure that it will be as versatile and to cover as many of the variances that we find in farming, both in UK and in the rest of Europe.
Would you say that, I mean, most disc drills prefer a firmer surface, so some tillage, if it was a little bit deeper, might want a firming action, a pressing action, just to drive the stuff through a little bit more?
Yes, but again, down to soil type and climate, we would always suggest that the machine comes with the front wheel purely to keep it stable. But we've got enough adjustment with the coulter and with the fertiliser discs to allow us to cope with virtually all of those. After the plough, no, because we've moved too much soil, but with compact disc arrows or straw rake, perfect scenario.
The the typical type of kit that you would use to complement something like this in that type of system.
Exactly. In the regenerative and farming, it's the way we're having to manage that sustainability.
Okay, well, many thanks for outlining the key features.
Hopefully coming to a farm near you soon, so we can show you it in action. And
Excellent.
yes, thank you
Excellent.
for your time.
Thank you very much.
Good to see you. Cheers. Thanks.